Out of the box, Obsidian is just a plain text editor, and if you don't know how to customize it, your notes will quickly turn into a cluttered, unorganized mess that feels impossible to navigate. The real magic of Obsidian, though, happens when you unlock community plugins. In today's video, I'm going to show you a few of the plugins I use to completely transform Obsidian from a basic notepad into a fully automated visual project management system, all in about 10 minutes. No complex code, no steep learning curve, just the essentials. Let's get into it. Welcome back to TechSimpld, where we make complex software easy to understand. If you're ready to optimize your digital workspace and build a better workflow in 2026, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm starting today with a blank slate. The first thing we're going to do is create a new vault. We'll just name it Plugins. I'm also just going to store it right in my Documents folder. And once we're inside our blank vault, the first thing we're going to want to do is enable community plugins. So we can head down to our options button here, click on the community plugins in the left-hand side, make sure to turn on community plugins, and there we go. We're ready to start. The first plugin I want to show you is called Templater. We're just going to browse up in the community plugins. We can search it. We click on Templater. We install it and make sure to hit that enable button. And then we can close out. Now, not much has changed, but we do have this new Templater button over here. And if we click it, we're going to see, type the name of the template. Well, we don't really have any templates right now. The first thing I normally like to do is create a new folder for them. We'll just call it templates. Before we do anything else, we have to go back to that plugin, go to the options, and make sure we select that folder for our templates. Let's make our first template. I just right click on this templates folder and make a new note, and we'll call it bug report. The first thing I'm going to want is bug report name. Second thing is a description of the bug. And we can say, tell me what happened and why it is a bug. Now, I might want to know the expected outcome. What is normally supposed to happen? And I can ask for expected fix. Write down what the fix should be. All right, and now we have our first template. So if we come back in here and we make a new note, we can click our little templater button, hit bug report, and you can see it actually fills in the entire template that we had created over here. Makes it very quick to do reliable, repeatable notes. The next plugin I want to show you is one of my favorites, the Kanban community plugin. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new folder. We're going to call it Kanban cards. This is where all the cards created in that Kanban board will live. Next, we want to go back to community plugins. We'll browse for the Kanban plugin, install it, enable it, and go to our options. We want to scroll down just a little bit until we find Note Folder, and we want to change that to Kanban cards. If we want to make a new Kanban board, we go to the navigation pane on the left, right-click, and hit New Kanban Board. Up at the top, we can change the title. We'll call it Project Alpha Game. And then we can make some columns. I like to have some in progress, complete. We can check the box to say cards in this list are complete. We can have a bug column. And we can have an ice box. I keep that for ideas that I want to keep on ice. Maybe come back to later. And then we'll hit done. And there we go. If I make this a little bit bigger, we can see our full Kanban board. Once we have our Kanban board set up, We can easily add a card by hitting the Add Card button and typing in whatever we want. Add title screen. As we work on this, we can drag these cards anywhere we want to go. One of the nice parts, though, is when we start combining plugins like TechSimpld and Kanban. If we add a card to bug, and let's say issue with player movement, now we have a card in bug. We can hit the little ellipsis over here, and we could say new note from card. And you'll see it opens up a brand new note. And we can actually see that under our Kanban cards. Now, if we click in the new note, we hit TechSimpld and we hit bug report, all of our bug report comes in. So we can say bug report name, issue with player movement, description of the bug. The player does not move on the screen. And we can keep going. You can see how creating cards can become quite fast when you merge these two plugins together. The last plugin I want to show you today is called Dataview. It's widely considered the ultimate powerhouse plugin for Obsidian. You could think of it as a search engine that treats your entire vault like a private database. Instead of manually linking or looking for your notes, simple queries will automatically gather, sort, and display every single file matched to some criteria that you've decided on. Just like before, we're going to go back to our community plugins, browse, look for Dataview, and install it. Now, Dataview is very powerful, and I like to use it searching through the properties of a note. So as an example, if we have a new note called The Legend of Zelda, one of my favorite game series, if we type 3 dashes, we'll get to the properties of this note, and we could start writing key pairs for them. So for example, we're going to say The Legend of Zelda is a game type. We're going to give it a rating 10 out of 10. And we can say that the game type is adventure. Now, what I'm going to do in the background is make a bunch of these notes to show you how Dataview can actually work. Now that I've added some more games to this, I'm going to go ahead and over on our left-hand side, and we're going to click this Create New Base button. And you'll see it's going to make a table with all of our notes in here. The first thing I'm going to do is rename it to Game List. And I don't want to see all of our notes. I only want to see the games. So I'm going to put Filter on here. I'm going to change Where, and I'm going to look for that type property that we set. I'm going to say, I only want to see the ones where it's a game. Now, this is good, but I want to see some more of those properties. So if I click that Properties button, I can also say, show me the game type, as well as the rating that I've given it. And there you go. Now I have a table with all the games that I've played, rated, and what type they are. Now I know I covered a couple plugins today, and I didn't go very deep into them, but that's the beauty of Obsidian plugins. You change them to fit your needs. If there's any plugins that you want to see me go over, or you want a deeper dive, then let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm TechSimpld, and I'll catch you on the next one.